Good morning, beautiful people. How are you? Well, it's not morning any longer. It's good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. Hey, how are you doing? Listen, sometimes you have to be patient and you have to just wait. And that's what I'm doing. I'm being patient and I'm waiting. But I wanted to come to you guys because I know you're patiently waiting. So as we're waiting for our next beautiful soul to join us, she just let me know she's having some technical difficulties. But I wanted to come and just have a conversation with all of you on this amazing Sunday, right? I keep want to say morning. To me, it still feels like morning. But where she's from, it's still morning. So maybe that's why I'm saying good morning. Well, listen. All I know is that today is day 7. Day 7. Can you believe it? 7 straight days of celebrating her. And what a great day for this to be on the 7th day, and it's day 7. How about that? And if you guys know anything about the number 7, it's a good, powerful number. So as we are waiting for this amazing queen coming to us all the way, she's going to bring us some sunshine. And I want her to, I know that she's watching, to just kind of breathe. It's going to be okay. When you're on, we'll bring you in. But in the meantime, I want to just check in with all of you to see how you've been and what you've been up to in the world. Me, myself, just here, just being. I posted something this morning that basically talked about courage. Let me see if I can pull it up and read it to you. And it really, really, really resonated because I usually try to go with whatever's in my spirit and then try to allow that to just speak to me. So yesterday was about, today is a good day to have a good day. And it was. But today, see if I can pull it up. It looks like she's here, but I'm not sure. Let me see. Okay. So she needs to connect her microphone. Let me let her know. 1 second. So you get to see this stuff live in effect. Okay. Camera. I'm sorry, you guys. All right. So in any event, so what I was trying to get to you, so we're going to bring to you Miss Alana from Barbados. She's trying to connect in from the beautiful, beautiful island of Barbados. Now, I don't know if any of you've been there, but I've been there and it's breathtaking, just like any of the other islands. It's breathtaking. But I wanted to read to you what I did this morning. Where is it? Okay. So, since it's Sunday, be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid or discouraged, for the Lord God is with you wherever you go. So basically, I just want you to be strong and be courageous. Don't be afraid, because it's all about being fearless. Let me see if I can get her to come in. We're having some technical difficulties, but this is what happens. So as she's trying to still come back in, I'm going to tell her to go out and come back in if she can. Let me see. So listen, you guys are really getting to see this behind the scenes and everything that happens. But guess what? You have to press forward and you have to do things anyway. A lot of times this is a teachable moment. When, we ever heard the saying about when life gives you lemons, you make lemonade? Yeah. But guess what? Not only do you make the lemonade, but you serve it, and you serve it well. That's what you do. So I'm hoping that today, that as you're still watching, that you're going to be served and served well. As, like I said, we bring to this virtual stage Miss Alana. Let me just show you who she is until she can get in. Once again, I said she's joining us from Barbados. She's having some connection issues. So in the meantime, we're going to keep going, because that's what you do when you're faced with adversity. When you're faced with any type of challenge, you just move forward and you do it anyway. You be strong, you be courageous, because you never know. You never know, just because you showed up, what that's going to do for somebody else because you showed up. Always remember that, because you never ever know what a person may be dealing with that moment or that day. And so let's see, there she is. So Alana, she is one of the best-selling authors from the Her Story anthology. And I just can't wait for her to get on. I'm like, come on, come through, come through, come through. So she actually, let me just give you a little bit about her until she jumps on, and then she can talk about herself. But in the meantime, thanks for hanging with me. Give me some hearts and some likes. Let's see. I see some comments. Hey, Vaughn, what's going on, Cat Diva? Listen, you know me. I gotta keep it moving, keep going. Nothing stops. We just keep it moving. And that's what I've learned to do in everything that I do. Listen, nothing has come to me easy. Nothing has come just automatic. It was things I had to always work for. There's things that I had to just show up for. Even when it didn't look right, even sometimes when it didn't feel right, I just had to go and do it anyway. So once again, this is no different. Just do it anyway. So let me read to you her bio. So Alana Brathwaite is a life coach and mentor from the island of Barbados. Alana has been an inspiration to hundreds with the launch of her Instagram page, Inspire AB. Over the past year, providing motivational messages through videos and quotes, with a background in customer service and sales marketing, making a meaningful, I got my glasses on, still can't read. Meaningful and impactful connection with people comes naturally to her. The mother of a teenage daughter and recent divorce helps her words that would touch anyone who was going through challenging period in her life, and wishes to guide them to healing. To healing, Alana is driven, ambitious, enthusiastic, and has a passion for helping others reach their greatest potential. So, wow. We're going to try something different. I'm going to try something different here. Let's see, because she's still trying to connect. And so sometimes you got to think a little differently. Let's see what I can do. Let me see. I'm going to try something. Let's see what happens. See if I can get her on the line. Okay, it blocked her. Okay. You guys, this has never happened to this extent. So let's see. Okay, let's see what's happening here. I'm gonna see if I can get her. Let me see if I can get her. Let's see, she's still thinking. Where's mine? So. Those who are watching, thank you so much for being patient. Yeah, so her internet is definitely having some issues right now. But I still, like I said, wanted to show you who she was and who she is. And we're still trying. We're still going to make this thing work. And like, I'm loving it. You're getting to see this, this, you're just getting to see all of this. Nothing is ever perfect. Nothing ever goes exactly to plan. But when you do get things to work, you make it work. You make it work and you just do, like I said, my whole thing is do it anyway. All right, so let's see. Got her calling in. Let's see if this will work. Let's see if she's, let's see. Okay, you're here with me on Facebook. So let me try something out here so that you guys can see that she does exist. Let's see if she does. Let's disconnect you from this one so that way. All right, she's disconnected from there. And let me bring her on if I can. Probably not. Well, you guys, I lost her. She was just on with me. She's calling back. All right, let's see. Yeah, I don't know. So we're gonna see what we can do with this thing here. Let's see who's out there. Let's have a conversation. Always happens. I know, right? Exactly, Bishop. This stuff happens, and as it happens, just roll with it. So she's having some technical difficulties, and I was so excited for you guys to meet her. But once again, we're going to celebrate Alana. Man, she's just a wonderful, beautiful spirit, and I so want you guys to be able to meet her and experience who she is. Let's see, Alana. Fire AB. So definitely check her out. Let me see if I got her everything spelled right. Yeah, I know some people make, like, the old me would have cringed at all of this. The old me would have been like, oh my gosh, it's going wrong. They're actually seeing stuff messing up. Because like I said, I'm glad you're getting to see that everything doesn't always go exactly to plan. And that's what we're going to do here. That's what we're going to do. So let's see. And I'm going to save that. And once again, this is who we were featuring today. So make sure you follow her on Instagram. Make sure you follow her on Facebook. Listen, she's a beautiful, beautiful soul. Her whole story in the anthology was called Rediscover Me. And if you can get to a place where you can rediscover yourself, it's a beautiful thing. So I want you guys to give her a shout out, give her some love, give her some hearts. If you're watching this on a replay, listen, like I said, thank you for watching it all the way to the end, but things happen. Things happen. So let's see if she's coming back to me now. Let's see, she just called me back. And let's see where she's at. All right. Just before I go, we're going to try one last time so that way I can show you guys. Look, she's still spinning. She's spinning. And it just got disconnected. So that's all I have for you ladies today. Ladies and gentlemen, listen, celebrating her today, Alana Brathwaite, from the beautiful country of Barbados. I can hear you, my love. Yes. I have her on the line, you guys. Let's see if I can let me stop this so you can hear. Okay. Can you hear me? Okay, you can hear me, but I don't know if they can hear you. I have this up as loud as I can. Uh, let me see. And you can't do video right now, right?
No, it's not allowing me to connect to video. I'm not sure what's happening.
Okay, but you're louder and I can hear you. So here, okay, I have on the line Alana. So go ahead and say who you are and what you do real quick while we still got you. Any words of wisdom while we have you still on the line, while we have connection?
Yes. Hi, everyone. My name is Alana Brathwaite, and I'm from the lovely island of Barbados in the Caribbean. And my first words today are perseverance seldom fails. And we were trying to connect to this call whew, for a minute. So, you know, perseverance seldom fails, and we tried. And we tried, and now you guys can hear me. Can you still hear me, Carolyn?
I can still hear you. Go for it.
So, just a little bit about me. I am a divorced mother of one. And just like anyone else in life, I have been through challenges. As they say, life happens. And it's when these challenges come, you have to make a decision. What are you going to do? Are you going to let these challenges get the better of you? Or are you going to get up and get going? You got to get it. You have to be your own hero. And that's where her experience comes in: healing, empowerment, and resilience. Everyone is not self motivated, and that's fine, that's understandable. And that's why we have people in places to assist you with that motivation. So, get with your local pastor, get with your therapist, get with anybody, your friends, to best assist you with your healing process, and then use your healing to empower other people, because your survival story can be somebody else's guide. So, don't ever be afraid or ashamed to share your story, because each and every one of us, we have a story. We go through things in life, and it happens, and it's how you come out of it that makes you a brave person. You have to be a warrior, you have to be a gladiator coming out of anything that you are faced with. So, healing, empowerment, resilience, and perseverance. And we persevered today. We were having connectivity issues. It didn't work one way. We tried something different. I tried a totally different device, and now you guys are able to hear my voice. So do not give up. Perseverance seldom fails. Try 100 times, 1,000 times, 100,000 times. You guys can't give up. And that's it from me here in the lovely, warm, sunny island of Barbados. So if you have never been, you need to get on down here. Over to you, Carolyn.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. So as you were talking, I had your picture up. So listen, you're still here with us in spirit, and you're right. We persevered. And sometimes, and like I said, for those, I'm gonna go probably live after this again. And just tell people, you know what, listen, this is what happens when, the things you don't expect. And so then what do? This is what resilience is, right? You find another way. You find another way. That's just it, period. You find another way. And in that moment, because the old me would have panicked, the old me would have freaked out, the old me would have. And I was like, okay, let me just see something. And I just kept going. It's like, okay, we're going to keep it moving. Like, this is we're here to celebrate you, right? This is you're her. This is your day. So whether, you're physically here, they can see you, but they can hear you. We had some similar issues yesterday. And you know what? Still celebrated her, celebrated Stacy yesterday, because that's what the day was for. It was to celebrate each and every single one of you, each day at a time, so people can get to know you and know you outside of your story. And this is a testament to that.
Yes, Carolyn. It says that things do not always go as planned, but you have to find a way. You have to find a contingency plan, a backup plan. Don't panic. As you say, don't freak out. Just find another way, find another route to reach what your destination is. And that's what we did today. Technology was not on our side. Granted that these things happen, but we found another way because we have lives to touch. We have people that, need to hear our message, and we just had to find a way to make it happen.
Absolutely, absolutely. It's making me think of one of our sister cohorts that went a few days ago. Uh we got so many people at this point. I still got more to go. But but Andrea in her chapter is, perseverance with Elsa, right? So talk about persevering, right? That's what we had to do.
Yeah.
Like, oh my gosh, like I have to literally show everybody, like, as I have your flyer up from my Facebook page,
Mm-hmm.
and like I said, and I'm on with you. So wait a minute, I have to show everybody, like, this is my phone, and as you can see, her camera's off, but she's on via this this device. This is how, listen, this is how we have to do it. So she's still here, virtually.
Yes, I
In a different way, in a different form, in a different fashion. So listen, for, like I said, for those who are going to listen to this and just be, as they were being patient going all the way through, you'll get to see the real thing. Like, everything isn't always perfect. Everything isn't always, once again, it's not always the way you think it should be. And I think a lot of times it's a test. It's a test to us to see how committed are we to this, right? How committed are you? So this is a teaching point too. So when you're in the process of doing something for your life, right? Or moving forward and making a change or whatever the case may be, and you run into a major roadblock, like this was a major roadblock. And what do you do with it? Do you keep going, or do you just give it up? Like, so what if what you had waiting for you was on the other side of that roadblock, but you decided, no, we're not going to do it? Then
yeah.
you missed out. You missed out on an opportunity. At least, like, so this is teaching us so much more than being able to celebrate her, which I'm so glad we're able to celebrate you today, and people get to hear your voice and they get to hear a message from you. So while I have you, just tell everybody, share what's coming up next for Alana, right?
Alana,
Alana.
Alana, different people call me different
I
things.
know, I know.
First of all, let me just say to everybody, I just celebrated my 40th birthday last month, and I'm still 40 already. How did I get here? Time flies. And, coming through my process of divorce, which says, we have this thing, these ideals set up for us in life. We have this plan, and like everybody else, I had a plan, I'll be married and we'll do this and we'll do that. And it did not work out as I had planned. But sometimes things do not go according to plan for a reason. And you have to be able to see and understand that reason and the blessing that comes behind it. And I say all of that to say, what's next for me? I have already started my life coaching, and I am looking to do my diploma in life coaching as well as meditation, so that I am best in a position to help persons with their goals and how to reach their goals. So instead of taking the route of, being a therapist or a counselor, because sometimes all individuals don't need that. Some people just need that extra push and that extra motivation to help them get to where they are. I was self motivated, and I realized, that's not something that everyone has. And just like the ladies of our book, her story, everyone is not self motivated. Everybody is not going to be able to get through a challenge by themselves. So, that's why I'm pushing towards my coaching, to help people understand their goals and their dreams, and how not to let setbacks keep you back, but how you're going to keep moving forward, how you are gonna, not keep your eyes off the prize and understand there is something great out there for you, and every disappointment has a blessing behind it. So for me, my disappointment was, yeah, I'm divorced, but at least I had the opportunity to be married. So every disappointment has a blessing tied to it, either before or after that disappointment, and we don't see it. But God has a plan, and you can't ever question His plan. So for me, moving forward, is just how can I service other people? How can I help other people? How am I going to, guide people down the road to greatness, to positivity, to mental well being, to success? That's what's next on the cards for me. That's the path I have mapped out for myself so that I can bring others along with me on that journey. So that's what's next for me, all the way from Barbados. And with the era of technology, I can reach anyone anywhere via Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, any other social media outlet. So, big things are in store for me and by default for all others who come across my path. That's
Wow.
it.
Wow, that's a lot, but love it. I love the way you unpack that. And so, listen, like you said, we have to, things don't always go the way we expect them to or we want them to.
Mm-hmm.
But there's always a lesson behind every experience that we have for everything. Even in this moment, there's a lesson behind this experience, right? So I just want to thank you for persevering, for coming. Like I said, for those who are watching, you have Alana, all the way from Barbados. She was having some technical difficulties, but we persevered. We pressed through. Like I'm talking, you guys are seeing me live. She's actually on my phone, my cellular device, and she has
Mm-hmm.
no visual, but she had audio, and I wanted you to be able to hear her. And as you can see, I pulled up her picture. This is her beautiful self. And I did get a glimpse of her before her camera went out. So she was coming to you all beautiful, where her like you had like an orange top or a red top, had your hair pinned back. So yeah, it looked like we were almost matching, kind of. Wait a minute. Oh my gosh. But anyway, but how can they reach you? And then one last final word of encouragement.
Okay. I am on Facebook, Alana Brathwaite. My personal Instagram is Narijea, Narijea. I also have an inspirational page called Inspire by A_B on Instagram. I haven't been doing as much as I need to do, but I'm working on that. So that's how you guys can reach out to me. I answer my DMs, I answer my Facebook messages. And, one final word for you guys is we are all put here for a purpose. And it is just to find what your purpose is and to tap into that purpose. The Bible speaks about talent. And sometimes we get carried away in life and we bury our talent. But right now is the time for you to figure out what your purpose is, what your talent is, and run with it. Do not stop. Challenges are going to come like today. Obstacles are going to come, or as we say, life is going to happen. But we are not going to let that stop us from reaching and achieving greatness. So I just want you to take those words of encouragement from me today and, put your plans in place, put your goals in place, and do not deviate from them. That's what you're going to do. Head straight down the road, blinkers on to achieving greatness. And everything else is left up to you.
Awesome. Oh my gosh. Like, talk about the words of wisdom. Everything else is up to you. Wow. That part.
Yes, Caroline. Yes.
That part. Well, as I thank you so much for joining us in a different type of virtual way, right? So hold for a second while I close this out, and then I'm gonna come back to you after. Oh, what just happened?
No problem.
Okay, all right. So you guys, listen. This is how we do it. This is how we do things. Listen, you have to just find another path. When you think about water, and sometimes you figure out like, how did water get into this space? Well, water flows. It may have come across something, a rock or something, and you would think, okay, that's the end of it. The water is just going to pile up and it's not going to move any longer. See, but there's a bit of determination when you have something that's living, you have something that has a purpose, and this destination has to be somewhere else. It needs to continuously flow. And when something tries to block it, it's going to find another way. It's going to create another path. And that's what we did today. We found another way and we created another path. And I hope that all of you are acting as living water today and you find another path for whatever tries to come and block your way. So listen, I want you to make sure that you go to, you just heard from Alana. Listen, she's one of the amazing co-authors on her story. Make sure that if you haven't gotten it, please, please, please go to what you see right there, Her Story, bit.ly/Her Story Anthology. Get your copy, get on the wait list, for we're about to do a world tour. Yeah, how about that? I just said that. Yes, I did. So listen, just make sure that you get the story so you can read her story and all the other amazing women that are going to be featured during the rest of this month. So we're at day 7, and how many more? 19 to go? No, 18. I don't gotta do my math until the end of the month. So join us every day live. You listen. Here's the thing: technical difficulties not. I'm going to keep going because it's about honoring and celebrating these women, so you get to know who they are, what they do, outside of her story. So thank you guys. Listen, on this day, I want you to do one of 3 things. Remember, be empowered, be inspired, and most importantly, just be magnified. All right, take care, you guys. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.